Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, it's Tuesday. Tuesday always used to be request day and it has returned as being such. And today's map is the longest waiting map on the request list, so definitely long overdue. It's a creator we have done just the once in the past, back in episode 757, when that map got 8 stars from me. Now that was a little bit disappointing. This map, less so. This map has shown vast improvements from the creator. It's really lovely looking, it's very realistic looking, very playable. It won't buy all of you over in terms of playability, but very playable. And the detailing, which was the biggest problem with the last map, well, that's a big improvement as well. So we should have a good day today. If you're going to have a good day, you might as well show your appreciation. That's right, hitting that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you for your support. Today's map is Sorcali by Sir Dinkel Dorf, Xtra sous. Xtra sous. I saw Callie. Yeah, she was looking pretty fine. Anyway, there's your start square. Start square looks pretty good from up here. I can't grumble about that. That intersection looks pretty solid, one must say. Terrain heights looks very realistic and a lot of fun. Gotta say, it does look like a lot of fun. The resources are very usable, all over the place as well, and the fertile down by the river. It makes a lot of sense. And then off to the workshop. There are a few bits and pieces to subscribe to. We'll be using the Laviante 2.0 theme with the Laviante LUT as well. And then there's a few things for detailing, which we'll check out when we do the fly-through. Little message for me in the comments, looking at you Knob Knob. Completely uncalled for. I mean, probably definitely true as well, but completely uncalled for. There's a star lost, just like that. You can't buy me over with knob knobs, I tell you. Where were we? Yes, first intersection. Looks very nice. I'm not quite sure what this loop at the bottom is going to do, though. I mean, what is that there for? I mean, maybe for emergency services to park up and have a donut. I don't know, but I'm not really understanding that. If we take this little turn off down here, this isn't the main route. In fact, you can tell by the fact that there's no traffic down here. This isn't the main route. We've got some slightly encroaching trees, but I don't mind this down here. For a start, they are actually in the ruined part of the road on the side, so that's believable. And the road, though, well, it's disused. As you're about to see, we've actually got some encroaching foliage here, and we've got a very abandoned quarry. So abandoned, it's starting to get like a green space again. And so I completely buy into the fact that this road is completely out of commission. What you choose to do with the quarry is completely up to you. I'm thinking maybe some sort of visitor centre or something like that. Maybe put an aquatic centre down there so people can go swimming. I don't know. So branching off from this intersection, we have got the national road running parallel with a 2-lane highway, which is fine because the national road is going to go off and do its own thing. This is a map that does have a little bit of extensive networking on it without being overkill. Nothing that's going to put you off of building on the map if you don't like too many roads. And it's good. It's good. We won't be checking out every single bit of the network just because I'm just going to show you the main bits, the important bits, where the traffic flow is going to go, and anything that's of any real interest. There is a castle on this map that we won't be looking at, just because I completely forgot to record it on the fly-through. Trust me, it's fine. It's fine. It wouldn't have set you all the light. You would have gone, yeah, it's a castle-y area. I mean, it's quite extensive. It has got extra walls and stuff. All double slip lanes, very nice. Oh, a little bit of road glitching there between the two highways, and that's about bad as it's going to get, I think. Yeah, so yeah, there's a castle. It's good. It's not the most exciting one you'll ever see, but I can't mark it down for anything. So we'll just say it's good, and I'm sorry I forgot to show it to you. Some really nice terrain on this map. I think the winning thing with this map is the terrain. I'm loving the work with the hills, and I'm loving some of the yeah. Oh, and the choice of the theme and the LUT really goes so well with this map as well. Although it does make the rivers look rather bright blue. I do struggle a little bit with the blueness of these rivers. Now, we do have a few things on the workshop to subscribe to for detailing, such as these signs here. Like we've got, if we take a right, we can make our way down to a national forest and a rest area and a campground. Do you know what? Let's go and have a little look. Let's do that. We don't normally do these side roads in the first part of the show, but let's have a little look and see whether or not we have. Yeah, next right, national forest. Okay, so if we turn right here and follow the national road, we should go down to something, maybe. A great work with the terrain here. It just feels right. It just feels absolutely right, this highway, the way it's hugging the side of that hill, and that's good work. And Dinkel does tell us in the description, the forests are very lovely. They are indeed very lush, diverse, and lovely. Cannot grumble too much about the diversity and the lushness of the forests. Rest area up here, national forest next right. There isn't a right, unless there's a right coming up immediately afterwards. Or maybe there isn't a forest next left then. But anyway, this is that campground, I do feel. We'll have a look at that car park in a minute. It looks a bit droopy. But the campground, we've got like footpaths going around. And is that... Ooh, now that campfire looks rather lovely and warm. I like that. A little bit of detailing there. That's nice. A nice little bit of detailing. The campsite car park is, as expected, not entirely flat. You wouldn't expect a campsite car park like this to be entirely flat. It could be a little bit flatter, but it's not a big problem, and nothing I'm going to mark down because I've certainly parked on worse campsite car parks than that one. Okay, we follow the highways down to this intersection. This is busy and bold and free flowing. And everything's rather nice about it, I've got to say. Slight road glitching at the junctions there, but not horrific. Not horrific. Now we're coming up. This is your start square intersection now, coming up here. Now, I've got a little bit of a problem with this. Just a little bit. It's great. It's absolutely marvellous. But if you look here, the road carries on over this side of the river. And then you're on the side of the river where the start square is. So we go elevated, that's fine, don't mind it elevated at that point. But we've got a deliberate bridge over here take us into the start square. When we're going across the river anyway, 2 bridges for the price of 1, possibly overkill. But anyway, start square. Which can only mean one thing. Today's asset of the day. It's only Sun&Moon A1 by AliTarGz, who is really good at these. He's one of a set of 2, this one. There's an A2, and there are some buildings from Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan? Yeah, one of those 2. Factoids because factoids. On this day, January the 28th in 1547, King Henry VIII, possibly the most famous English king of all, died. He was well known for having had 6 wives, and it seems completely appropriate that his armour in the Tower of London has the largest codpiece. Yes, absolutely. I'm pretty sure he didn't just have his 6 wives. He might have had a few more suitors. But anyway, there you go. Only Sun&Moon A1 by AliTarGz. Today's asset of the day. Okay then, right, so we've had a look at the start square, which looks enticing and buildable, and I'm quite happy with all that. This rail bridge, I think this is shouting out for custom pillars, for the touch of a bringer of fire. It just doesn't sing to me. There's nothing wrong with it, I'm not marking it down, but I think that's one of those bridges where I feel that we could have just made either a custom bridge or a custom vanilla bridge, with the magic of the pillars, which we've seen done to great effect. Now, if we come down here, we have got a little bit of stop-start traffic going on. Yeah, Now that is tailing back a little way, and I think it's only going to get worse. Because you have a look at the traffic here, it's really not making its way at all. Let's go and see what happens with these two. This Beetle, are you going to let him in? Oh, you're going to let him in. Oh, well, there you go. Well, yes. Well, we have. It is moving. It is just a little bit of a tailback here. And up here, there are signs for another rest area. This is your rest area. To me, it looks more like a baseball diamond, especially with all those high-powered lights we've got out there as well. Those are really high. Let's go back to nightfall and have a look at how bright those are. Now, as a rest area, I feel that is possibly overkill for brightness. Let's pull back a little bit and have a little look at how bright that is from space. Yeah, I mean, it's really very bright indeed. Not the brightest part on the entire map, but still, I still feel that's more of a baseball diamond. As somebody who doesn't know anything about baseball, that's certainly how it feels to me anyway. Right, so rest area there, if you wanted to pull over and have a rest, seems perfectly adequate anyway. And then this then goes off into the hills. And this is really nice up in the hills. The hills just feel real and enticing and hikeable. I've got to say, hikeable hills. I don't know if I've ever said that in this show before, so there you go. Hikeable hills. If you've got park life, maybe have a little bit of a walking tour up that way. The rail. Well, let's follow the rail, see what the rail looks like. I'm not switching the terrain lines on. I'm just doing eyeball checks, and eyeball checks, to me, this is well within believability. Yeah, sure, it might be going downhill, but we cannot really tell that. Sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't. And if you can't tell, then that's good enough. Anyway, over the bridge that I'm not completely enamoured with, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Through a level crossing, and then onwards towards industrial area. You'll see we've got a wind farm off in the distance. We'll have a little look at that in a minute, no doubt. Down here past, oh, what is this again? It's, oh, everybody's favourite factory. That's what it is. And then the rail continues down towards the wind farm, which is obviously providing a little bit of ready power. If you want to have some ready power and you don't want to have to build everything from scratch, that's a nice touch. This elevated section, actually, funny thing is, I don't mind this elevated section with the pillars, just less so the other one. I don't know what that is with me. And then we've got a missing catenary there, which is, we do have a tutorial for that.
Do you have trouble knowing how to start a new city? Do you need to return to the absolute basics just this once? Don't worry, I won't tell. Then you need BonBonB's Beginner's Guide to Your First City. Click the information button now.
And so back to Sorcali by Sir Dinkel Dorf, Xtra sous. And we've got a shipping route. It doesn't look like there is, but there is. And it just loops around the lake at the bottom there. So if you want shipping, you can use it. It's tucked in the corner. Okay, water flow. We've got rivers, and they are strong rivers. Very strong rivers indeed. Possibly too strong. Might be too strong for the map's own benefit, really. This is the water comes through the start square, a tributary river. Definitely enough to get you started if you want to pump into there and use water towers. I think this is a map that definitely shouts out for water towers as well because of the hills. It does make a bit of sense. Anyway, the water then goes off to the edge of the map, and that is fine. Okay, the map as a whole is a bit of a visual treat, isn't it? Loving the shapes, and I don't know what part of the world, what part of the terrain map has been taken from, but it does look very good indeed. The river, that would say, Laviante is a great theme and LUT, but I'm finding the river's just a little bit blue for my personal liking. Then again, there are many, many very blue rivers in the world. It's a perfectly fine, and it's if this is your sort of river, then you should be happy. I'd like to see a little bit more. I don't know. The river just seems a bit emulsion. There you go. That's what I'm going for. It's a bit like an emulsion paint for me there. We've got a little bit of detailing going on down here with some rapids alongside there. This is actually, there's your castle. Maybe we can get a bit of a glance at the castle from here. and the seawall holding that in from disturbing the castle. Yeah, we'll have a look at the castle. Having said I'm not going to show you the castle. See what I mean? It's fine. We've got a little observation deck over there as well. It's not the most thrilling thing in the world, but it's actually not a problem, not an issue either. It's great. Instantly forgettable, I think, would be a fair thing to say. Now, if we go off into the mountains are glorious. Saying this out loud, they are glorious. Not sure what's going on in here. This is sort of like a walking area as well. Park area. Swamps and stuff. I know we're off in the fog, but I'm not going to switch the fog off for that. And we do have another little feature area over here somewhere. Yeah, we've got this footpath. If you follow this footpath up, and I have done with the fog switched off, it's quite a glorious little footpath actually. Makes a lot of sense on the routes. It stays sensibly, it's not super steep at any point. We go up into the mountains and it actually leads right the way to the top of this mountain here, where again we've got another observation deck. Up here, and we can get a decent view from up here. See what's going through the trees. Yeah, I'm not showing the map off to its best here. Certainly with the fog switched on, that hasn't helped. So I'm sorry for that, but anyway, you get the idea. It's actually well executed, that footpath, so all credit for that. What more have we got? We haven't had a quick look at the wind farm. Liking the wind farm. Also liking the way that the power line runs from the edge of the map through the wind farm down into the map itself. We've got a dry river as well. And this rugged area here. Not sure what's going on with the rugged area. Quite there's a lot going on with this map. A lot of features and a lot of detail as well. It's just down to taste, I guess. What do you think though? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. And what do I think? I would like to see it in that top 10. I think it's got a lot going for it. It's not to personal taste, but I think it's got a lot going for it. Aesthetically, it's glorious. I love it. Absolutely love it. Slightly distracted by the river. It just doesn't feel like a river, but it's nothing. I can't really fault it. It just doesn't feel right. I'm going to give it 4 stars. It is a very, very strong map for aesthetics. Detailing is pretty good. I'm just not quite feeling it's 4 stars good. It's a vast improvement on the last map, and we're going in the right direction. But I'm going to give it a strong 3. A strong 3. We aren't far from 4 stars with this one. Gameplay potential. I think there's a lot with this one, you know. Everything's in place. Even if I don't like that start square intersection, it certainly does make it a very playable start square. So that's there. Everything else works. Everything's in the right place. Everything is interesting. Lots of ways to attack this map. Going 4 stars. 4 stars for gameplay potential. So Sorcali by Sir Dinkel Dorf Xtra sous. That was a bit of a treat. I didn't expect anything half as good as that one. So well done for the improvements. You know, going from 8 stars to 11, that is everything. That just shows that you've really spent some time on that map, and it really does show. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, and to all the Patreons over on BonBonBody.com. I don't know where it is. All the BonBon buddies over on Patreon.com. You guys as well. Thank you very much. I'll be back tomorrow with another map, and I'll wish you a very good day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon.